Hey guys, and welcome back. I'm Rachel O'Leary, and today I'm here with my friend Nick Kinser, who is down here on a secret project. But today I thought we'd take the opportunity and show you guys how to utilize some really simple materials to make moss pillows to add to your aquascape. We've gathered some subwasser tang, some fizzidins from the big boys, some tulle, a zip tie, and some rocks. And scissors. And it's a really simple and effective way to do this. So let's get started.
So what I do first is lay the tool out flat. It's easier than trying to put the moss on the rock and keep it all on the rock while you cover it. So instead what I do is I lay the moss out a little bit wider than the rock and then put the rock on top, and it'll curl around the edges and disguise the edges. So want to get it nice and flat.
Now you guys know I don't intentionally add moss to my aquariums very often, but if you want to have a nice way to control these things that can tend to be pretty messy, this is a great way to do it.
And I got a little corner that's loose. I'll try to get it in there. And if you have a big aquascape and you need to make 20 or 30 of these, it goes really quick, a lot quicker than using super glue or thread. That's it, that's done. And that stuff will just grow right through the mesh and it'll look nice and pillowy. And you can tuck this into your scape anywhere you want to plug a hole or have some moss growing.
And I thought it would be fun to try and do it on the top of a placo cave, because these are not the most attractive things, and normally you can see from the green on here I've super glued moss to it in the past, but I thought I would try this tulle and zip tie method to see how that works out to add to some of my catfish breeding aquariums. Now I braved the big boys tank with my long tweezers to grab this fizzidins. It's really taken off in there, and I just think it makes a really cool effect blowing in the breeze. So I thought I would try adding it to this pleco cave. Now this isn't the typical shape. Generally Nick said that the flat rocks work out the easiest in order for this stuff to grow. And I imagine over time you'd have to trim it back as well. But so I'm just doing what he said and making a flat spot. Stick the cave on top and see if I have enough fabric to actually... I do not. You were right, Nick. Oh wait.
Any more down here?
Yeah, the whole bag's down here. If I do it this way, then I should. Round 2. Flatten the moss. Lay on the cave. Bunch it. Now, especially in pleco breeding tanks, I like to avoid using thread. I have a couple times over the years found plecos that have been grazing on a surface and whose the thread gets stuck in those pectoral spines. So I like to be really careful, which is why I generally use super glue. But the thing that's nice about the zip tie is it's just so easy to use and it's easy to remove. And it doesn't leave that white residue. So this should work just fine. So over time, as Nick mentioned, this will grow out and bush out and look really cool. So I'm going to go ahead and add these to some aquariums, and we'll check back in on these in the future. As always, thank you guys for your continued support. If you're interested in tips like these, make sure you're following me on Instagram as well. I put out unique content there almost every day.